You see the suit, you know what time it is. I'm the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and today I get to announce 2 brand new Marvel Omnis coming out in August of 2023. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance information on both of these books that are scheduled to come out in August of next year. So before going any further, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. Share the video, let others know where you get your breaking news in the world of the Marvel collected editions. Stay away from the comment section if you want to be surprised as to what both of these books are. So yes, I am talking about 2 books. One of them, funny enough, was asked a couple of Saturdays ago if I ever see a collection of this particular character coming. Well, here's your answer. And the other one is at Volume 2, so let's talk about the brand new book. And this is a character that has, well, he's been a villain, then a good guy, then a villain, a good guy, and I think he's good. He's been good for a while now. He has been with the Avengers, and of course, I am talking about Wonder Man Omnibus, Volume 1. Love when they throw that in there. So, Wonder Man Omnibus, Volume 1. Let's check out the direct market cover first. This, of course, being from his first appearance in Avengers number 9 by Jack the King Kirby. So, let's take a look at the contents. So, judging by that cover, you probably already guessed that this is going to be the classic stuff if it's Wonder Man, Volume 1. And it is. And here we have Avengers 952, 131 to 132, 151 to 153, 160, Giant Size Avengers, and Marvel Team Up number 78, 136, Marvel Premiere number 55, Marvel 2-in-1, Wonder Man number 1, material from Avengers Annual number 6, and Solo Avengers 13, Marvel Comics Presents 38 through 45. I love that they're collecting those. And Marvel Superheroes number 4. And that is pretty much what the contents of this book is going to be. So it looks like it's things from his first appearance in the early 60s, moving into the 70s, all the way up until Marvel Superheroes 4. I think that one's in the 90s. But let's take a look at the standard edition cover now. So the standard edition cover is supplied by Arthur Adams. I love this cover. Either go with the classic or Arthur Adams most of the time. Not that Arthur Adams isn't classic, but I definitely choose Arthur Adams. So in here, you're going to find the works of course, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, Roy Thomas, Big John Buscema, Steve Englehart, Jerry Conway, George Paez doing some of the stuff, Jim Shooter. Moving into his one-shot, the Wonder Man one-shot from 1986. That one was, I think it's David Michelinie that wrote that one with Kerry Hamill on artwork. I just remember the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And then the Marvel Comics Presents, I'm enjoying that they're collecting that. That's cool because that means that solo character Omnis more than likely will collect those in chronological order. I guess they've been doing that with the Wolverine Omnis. They've been collecting the Marvel Comics Presents. This one here was written by, was it Michael Higgins, I think, that wrote those? And it's got Wonder Man and some of his Avengers West Coast characters. So this is all before his ongoing series in the 90s, and it's in chronological order when he first appeared and, well, taken out of commission for a while. It's got a little bit of the whole Vision and Scarlet Witch in there, love triangle, but I think this really sets up the character for years to come. Some of the stuff has been collected in omnibus format. Some of it hasn't been collected in oversized hardcover format, nor in any kind of collection, just looking at the contents here. All right, let's move on to the next book. This book is a Volume 2. I guess really if you're looking at things, it could be considered a Volume 4. Regardless, this was my era of this particular series. And I'm talking about What If Into the Multiverse, Volume 2. So that's what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the standard edition cover. The standard edition cover here is supplied by Brian Hitch. I've always loved that cover. That is the cover to What If Wolverine led Alpha Flight. So you're going to get a lot of the stuff that I remember growing up with, moving into high school when I was going and reading these stories, and then when they changed that up a little bit. So let's look at the contents. So the contents of this book, easy enough. What If, that 1989 series, issues 40 through 75. So if you're keeping tabs and are completists, that means one more volume. If I guess this one sells well enough, that will be to wrap up that 80s, or I still consider this the 90s What If series. But let's take a look at the direct market cover here. So this direct market cover is supplied by Jim Valentino, and it is of course a take on a classic Jack Kirby cover. This is what if the Avengers had fought Galactus and instead of the Fantastic Four. Man, but there's so many awesome stories in here, and I love the cover to issue number 50. Like, that to me was one of my favorite covers growing up. And I wasn't even into gimmicky covers, but that one came out right when I was in high school, and I thought that cover was awesome. That's What If the Hulk had killed Wolverine. And I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with the premise of What If, but these are just what if tells that aren't canon, that I guess some consider are alternate realities, where a story is switched up a little bit that leads into horrible things happening, or they switch it up a lot. And I mean, there are some classic freaking stories in here. What if Doctor Doom became Sorcerer Supreme? Oh, that one is so awesome. But you're going to have the talents in here of Len Kaminsky and John Arcudi doing some of the writing in here. And also the artwork. I think Andy Lanning actually may have written some of this stuff too, if memory serves me right. But artwork in here by Greg Luzniak and Armando Gil and John Kropp, Dave Simmons, Craig Brassfield, and just to name a few of the creators during this era. So we would take one more, please, we'll take one more Omni to wrap up this series. Oh, the What If the Punisher killed Spider-Man? That's happened before, but I love the cover because it's a take on Amazing 129. There's a What If wedding album in there with like a bunch of anthologies and mini stories based on the wedding of Scott Summers and Jean Grey. What if Strife killed the X-Men? So this is right before, I mean, they're putting this all the way up to issue 75, which is right before they changed the series up a little bit. I think the last one here is What If Blink Had Not Died. They started changing it to like What If What If starring Spider-Man, What If starring Sabretooth, and they started doing that towards the end of the run. So the third volume, hopefully it will come, will be those kind of stories. What If starring Juggernaut, or What If starring Wolverine. But those are the two books that are coming out in August. Don't forget to pre-order. Let me know in the comments down below which cover you're going to get, if you're going to get these books, what you think of the contents, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. Smash that like button on the way out. Thank you again to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel. Everyone stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.